So all of you would have just heard my partner discussing our main issue, which is the heroin epidemic that is currently plaguing our valley. She would have talked to you about the issue itself, how it's caused, and I'm going to talk to you about our solution to our problem, which begins with education. So there have been education programs in the past in schools, middle schools, elementary schools, to encourage kids to say no and to resist drugs and to resist violence as well. One of the most well-known is DARE. These programs, unfortunately, are not always successful, as we all know, because there is still an issue going on right now. So the first step to education is understanding how addiction works. Addiction will usually begin around adolescence, and that is the best time to start discussing prevention. In the switch from elementary school to middle school, children are faced with new pressures, whether that be social or educational pressures, and that is when they are typically first introduced to cigarettes and alcohol, which is where addictions will start. Then upon entering high school, there is a greater availability of drugs and harder drugs, which students are introduced to. That's when addiction tends to get really bad based on, peer pressure to participate when your friends are doing drugs, the desire to try new things and be more reckless. Athletes will take steroids to either improve their physical appearance or their athletic ability. Students will take stimulants such as Adderall to help them study. Some take it for weight loss. So adolescence is really the best time to start teaching about prevention. In the Mahoning Valley, we have Drug Court and TASC, which stands for Treatment Alternatives to Street Crimes, which offers a second chance to Valley residents who qualify to be in the program, typically with felonies or misdemeanors that are related to drugs. Unfortunately, if your insurance doesn't cover it, it is very hard to get inpatient treatment. In 2013, WFMJ reported that there are 16 beds for adult males, 16 for adult females, and 16 for adolescent males through the ages of 22. There's currently no designated treatment for the treatment of adolescent girls. And some addicts have to wait 2 to 3 days to even get a bed for detox, which can be fatal and can lead to drug overdose. Officer Bob Patton from the Youngstown Police Department in 2013 told WFMJ, "Educate young kids not to be afraid, but to be aware of what can happen, what will happen," when he was discussing the drug issue that we have right now. The National Center for Addiction and Disease Control said that the best solution is research-based prevention programs, which have actually been proven to have a higher success rate and can significantly reduce the use of drugs. They are programs that have been rationally designed based on current scientific evidence, rigorously tested, and shown to produce positive results. They can significantly reduce the early use of tobacco and alcohol. And there are 3 types of programs which are universal that address risk to anyone in a community. There are selective, which target groups who have certain factors in their area that are more likely to cause drug use, which leads to addiction, and indicated, which are designed for users who are already using. These programs help to shape the perception for young people about the risk of substance abuse. So ultimately, education is the first step in preventing and bringing an end to this epidemic, because unfortunately, we cannot arrest our way out of this problem.